morning, good afternoon, good evening, in whichever part of the world that you are. Welcome to Learnamytes, where learning is for all and all that we do is for learning. We'll begin with the learning class today. So, in the learning class, we will produce quality content that will help you build leadership skills, communication skills, decision making, so on and so forth. Let me show you something very interesting which I've got today. Take a look. This is known as misalnasa daba in Marathi. It's actually a must-have, or it's an integral part of kitchens in Maharashtra, and I do believe that possibly in India as well. I was often wondering that all these things which are integral part of our kitchen, what do we really learn from them? And what do we really learn from the person who heads the kitchen? Well, let's see. When I was wondering about the misalnasa daba and I was looking at our kitchen at home, I saw there were things which were organized with clockwork precision, things which were organized beautifully. Everything was in its place. So anyone who was a complete novice could walk into the kitchen and could pick up anything. So I decided to have a chat with none other than the person who was behind all this. Someone who was actually, if I talk in the corporate parlance, was heading the kitchen. Of course, it was, in my case, it was my mother. My mother, Mrs. Shobha Vinayak Dharap, who has been a wonderful homemaker for more than now 40 years is what I get to understand from her. In fact, 50 years to be precise. So, I said, let me sit with her and let me understand that what are the secrets or what are the things that make these homemakers so competent and so beautiful. And trust me, I got to know a lot of things from her. I often used to wonder, and even today I'm still intrigued by the fact that even if there are 15-20 odd people, she's able to manage it with amazing patience and with wonderful qualities. How does she do that? Well, she says that with experience, she has understood how does one go about planning. So, the homemakers know about planning as well. They are amazing at time management. So if I tell her that normally this is what I used to do earlier when I was in college, that mom, I'm going to get my friends in another hour's time. She would say, okay, fine. And then she would go about managing her time. She used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I believe that this is the common practice with most of these homemakers. They wake up on time. The first thing that they would do is they have everything ready out here. They have a plan ready. She also uses a whiteboard in the kitchen where she writes down all those things which needs to be done on a given day or what she needs to order from a local grocery shop. Haven't we told that note-taking or journaling is one of the most important things to be successful? So there I could see the element of journaling. I could see the element of note-taking. In quite a few of our Indian houses, we also see that basically there is a diary, and in that diary everything is written by the homemaker, be it the clothes that are to be ironed or some other important things. In my house, like I said, there is a whiteboard. Moving further, I realized that how does she know about estimate? Because I have seen in most of the kitchens, whenever you go as a guest, you will find that there is food, there is enough quantity of food, and it never goes waste. How do they go about it? It means they have this innate ability of estimation. I'm a civil engineer by training, and we had a course called as quantity surveying, or which is also known as estimation, where we learned the scientific principles of how do you go about quantities, how much cement or how many bricks and so on and so forth. How does a homemaker do it? I often wonder. Again, I went to my mother and asked her that how do you go about this? She said, well, experience and she said, "We know our job well." And she told me, "Look, Girish, if you love your job, if you really love the fact that people are going to enjoy or relish a dinner, a lunch, or a breakfast at your home, you're dedicated to this service." And this is what we call as Atithi Deva Bhava. So she says, not only her, but every homemaker across the globe, across the country, follows this simple principle that makes them so beautiful and so qualified. There are so many things that we learn from these homemakers. Like I said, be it planning, be it on-time management, be it estimation, be it the quality of service, the quality of dedication, so on and so forth. I think a big salute to all these wonderful homemakers. I'm sure over the last 1.5 years, we all have realized that what all things that a homemaker has to go through. Last but not the least, I can go on and discuss at least 100 qualities. Multitasking. They are masters at that. So they are good at multitasking. They will manage 10 different things at one point in time. They never get confused. They're never bothered. They never have a face which, what we typically call as a long face, or they don't have frowns on their face. They just enjoy their job. And they go about this day in and day out. So, I can say once again that we really owe it a lot to these homemakers. For all our viewers, I would suggest that please go and have a chat with a homemaker that you know. It could possibly be your mother, it could be your wife, it could be someone from your neighborhood. Just go and have a chat with her, and trust me, you will learn so many things from them. Before we close, can we just quickly revise that what are the things that we learn from these homemakers? Number 1, multitasking. Number 2, planning. Number 3, time management. Number 4, dedication and passion towards their work. And finally, the quality of Atithi Deva Bhava, that is service, and the enjoyment or the happiness that comes by serving someone. So, this was the Learnamyte for today. Please subscribe, like, and share the video as much as you can.